Hi guys, this is Sprint 1 of the Workspace Reservation Management. Workspace Reservation Management app is an app that lets hybrid workers reserve a space before coming on site to the office. Right, the current processes that we have is a manual process of booking spaces via email, via calls, and just like every manual processes we have, there's going to be mix up in the sense that you can have two workers booking the same space. Right, so that's one of the things that this app is solving. So this app automatically keeps track of every single thing, the whole process of reservation, the workspace options available for the workers. Like you can have like hot desk, conference room, meeting room, focus room. These are the options they can go for, and it also keeps track of the workspace maintenance. If there are any workspace that need maintenance, workspace that are not available, those things. So all these things are handled automatically without having to call or email anybody. So once a reservation is being made, we have agents that go into the system to look at the reservation and either approve or reject them. Right, so these are things that this app solves, and for now this is just Sprint 1. There are no automation just yet. This is just Sprint 1, so it's just like about the foundations, like having the tables, having the rows that is required, and having the service catalog, because that is the first entry for every user that wants to reserve a space. So I'll be starting with the service catalog right now. So this is service catalog. We have these options of reserved for selecting the workspace, and this reserved for is just like taking in the currently logged in user. I'm logged in as system administrator, that's why it's reading system administrator. It cannot be changed. It's just read only, right? So we have the selecting of workspace. You can select the workspace that you want to reserve. You have the start date and end date. So this is just the timeline that you want that space to be reserved for you. Then you have the location where it is located, and the purpose of visit, whether something like conferences or you just want to focus, right? So there are different options. So you can just click that here. So once that is done, you can click on submit, and a request item is being created. And if we had this, there's no automation right now, but if the automation was there, it would create a reservation for you, and that reservation is going to show up here in this reservation. The reservation is going to show up here. So this was manually created earlier. This is not done right now. Yeah, so it's going to show up here, and we also have this option of open reservations. Right now there are no open reservations. Then we can also see closed reservations. So we have one closed reservations, which is the state is closed complete, right? And we also have my reservations, reservation that has been made by the currently logged in user. So yeah, that's all for reservations. I'll come back to reservations, but let me show you the workspace options. So this workspace options shows the options that are available for booking for reservation, where we have options like hot desk, like focus room if you just want to come to the office, and if you just want to do some focus work, where we have collaboration space where you have more than one person. So it also tells you the maximum occupancy of the space that you are trying to book. So for this collaboration space, you can have up to 6. Meeting room, you can have up to 8. This meeting room, you can have up to 4. But the difference here is this meeting room A301, this one is 302. That's why I have different occupancy, maximum occupancy here. Right, so I'll click on this second one. So this second one, these are the details. You have the number, the workspace, the image, and everything. Then now we have these two tabs, these two related links. We have these reservation trackers and the workspace maintenance. So this reservation trackers is just showing the reservations, the number of reservations that has been made for this space, right? This hot desk A102, the number of reservations that has been made for it. Then this workspace maintenance is just showing the maintenance, that the workspace needs maintenance, right? The workspace that need maintenance, right? So we have this reservation trackers, we have this workspace maintenance, and these are related links that shows for each. So this is tied to this workspace option alone. This is tied to this workspace option alone. So if I'm to click another workspace option now, let's click this first one. So you can see there's nothing here. That means this doesn't need any maintenance. There's no maintenance needed. There's no reservation for this space, right? So that is tied. These are tied to this particular workspace option. So if you want to, you can create a new one. You can create a new one as an agent or as an admin. You'll be able to create a new workspace option, add the image, add all the necessary things that is needed, right? So that's that for workspace options. Then we have workspace maintenance. So these are the maintenances that are needed. So just like I mentioned, this is tied to one workspace, right? This is tied to one workspace. So we had a maintenance available and stuff like that. So yeah, these are the details of that one. Then we also have, now going back to the reservations now, let's, for example, a user submits the catalog item and the reservation is being created, would have this. So for this reservation now, we have different conditions, right? So some of this, like the request number is read only, the workspace is read only. So this is just tying it to the request number or the service catalog request number, request item number, right? So the location, this doesn't have any location, but it is also read only. The reserved for is read only. This is supposed to like show the user the name of the person that reserved this space, right? So, and we also have different buttons here. So I'm going to like change some of these conditions, like the state and reservation status, to show some buttons that are going to appear here, and also some UI actions and UI policies that have been put in place, right? So the first one is so the first one that I'm going to show is the check-in button. So I'm just going to like change the reservation status to pending check-in, then change this pending check-in. I'm just going to save now. I'll save this and you should see the check-in. Yeah, we have a check-in button here now. Yeah, we have a check-in button and we have a no-show. So this is just telling if the user checks in or is checked in, or if this is going to perform some action, and this is also perform a different action also. So clicking on check-in now will change some of this reservation status to check-in and also closed complete. So this is now showing reservation status as checked in and the state as closed complete. So let me go back into the record. You can see it now. Then we now have checkout. That means this is the user is checked in now. That means that space is reserved already. No other person can reserve this space right now because it is checked in. So clicking on now that it's checked in, we now have this checkout button. So clicking on checkout will now make the space available for another person to use. So this is now checked out. Right, this is now checked out. Clicking back on this record now, so you can flag this for needs maintenance. So clicking on needs maintenance, you need to add the maintenance issue. There's going to be an error. A comment is required for maintenance issue. So let me go back in. So you'd have to fill this for that error to play. So yeah, needs maintenance. So yeah, that is done. So as you can see now, this is checked out. So now another button that I would like to let me demo the no show button. Save again. So we now have the no show. Clicking on no show, so it's just going to change the reservation status to no show and state as closed incomplete instead of closed complete because the person didn't show up, right? So that is what that does. So now showing the claim button. So the claim button now, it's going to show when there is no currently. Let me take out this assign to. So assign to is empty. So when assign to is empty, the claim button is going to show. Alright, so clicking on claim button now is going to auto assign me or the currently logged in user as under this assign to. So claim. So let's go back in and yeah, we now have assigned to as the system administrator. So these are some of the things that have been done for sprint 1, and yeah, for sprint 2 we'll be doing some automation and adding more functionality to this application. Then for some UI policies that was added, we have this maintenance issue, which is only showing when the item is in the checked out state and is closed complete. So when I change this now, it's going to go away. Let's say we have checked out and it's still open, so the maintenance issue is going to go away. Alright, so and also under this details tab, we now have this if it is closed complete and it is cancelled, all the details is going to go. If it is no show, the same thing. Right, so but any other option will have the details and they can be filled. So yeah, thank you.